Hey, girl. Hey. Hey. So who do you think should have won Drag Race this week?
Like who should have won? Like the top part? Who should
Yeah.
have won?
Yeah.
Oh, uh, me personally, I think it should have been Willow.
Yeah. Okay.
I just thought I just thought Willow was funnier,
Yeah, I agree.
and um, just her thing was so out of the ballpark. Like, and so
Oh
like
my
the thing
God.
she picked was so like it was so fun. Like it was like what a weird wink back to like the old seasons, and then she went just 100% into it.
My catheter is leaking.
That okay, so two things happened that had myself and my husband dying, right? So first of all, let me just say,
Uh-huh.
we watched both, right? The first one, we laughed so hard that we
Yes.
were having trouble breathing. Like it was
Yes.
so
Yes.
back to
Yes.
back to back. When the second one started, we were both like, is it just that we laughed a lot the first
We
time?
we
And
said the
that's
same thing.
right. And then we went back and watched the first one again, like just to make sure. Once again, laughing hysterically. Willow did two things that for me, I was like, she should have won. Number one, the catheter joke.
Yes. Oh my
Number
God.
two,
I nearly spit out my drink.
number two, that split second shot of her with the dancing ribbon. And she's doing that weird little shuffle.
The worst.
I can't.
The
I see it
worst.
in my head. It's like
Yes.
burned into my head for the rest of my
Yes.
life. I said that one moment is one of the funniest things I've seen on the show ever.
I
So
did.
yes, I think Willis should have won.
I did think. I agree with you. I think that. I honest to God think that Maddie should have been in the top
I think so too.
because she pulled that team together, got a bunch of people who did not know what the hell they were doing to get their shit together, right? And she looked great. Like
Yeah, her Jayla was. I
her
I was really
J-Lo was
happy. I was
fantastic.
so happy personally that she even did that because I mean I've already complained about this a lot. We already know the
Yeah.
internet is probably tired of me. But I just was like, man, I wish you folks had actually picked some moments out of Jennifer Lopez's career, right? Like some real moments to
Yeah.
actually highlight,
Yeah.
rather than I'm telling you now, this is on record. Next year, RuPaul's Drag Race, if you don't do Night of 1,000 sponsored by Google Image Search, something is wrong. You guys are
Uh-huh.
missing an opportunity because that's
Uh-huh.
all those queens did.
Yeah. What so which J-Lo outfit would you do? Do you have one that you would have picked?
Like of all of her career,
Yeah.
oh, honey, I would definitely be picking something from this L.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Those outfits were everything.
I not liking something that form fitting would have picked the I believe it's the baggy pants and sort of tight top from the Get Right video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
You know how?
that.
You know what though? I'll say this, and this is because I'm going back to like old school Mims.
Uh-huh.
I could see you so easily dressed up as a drag version of a fly girl.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Because I just thought about you in those knee pads, like how
Yes.
I was like, oh my
Yes.
god.
My,
Can
my,
you imagine? Cause that's another thing I'm talking about. Nobody did a fly girl look. Like nobody did a fly girl look. What are you
Mr.
doing?
Maim said he would have done the coat from Made in Manhattan, that beautiful coat. Yes.
Oh yes.
Yes.
I just
Yes.
don't. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Ugh.
Or even her maid costume, right?
Could you picture Willow Pill in that maid costume? Although her response to why she picked that dress, because it's kind of ugly.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
and then
It's true.
Carson didn't know. Was it Carson or Ross? It was Ross. Didn't know what to say to that because it's true.
It's true. Like if you look at J Lo in it, it's kind of like this is a weird dress.
Controversial yet brave opinion.
Yes,
Cornbread maybe should have been in the bottom.
it's not controversial. I think half of the internet's agreeing with you at this point because
Like
I
she
mean,
just did a fat joke.
unfortunately, you know what I think the thing is like this particular week, I think because because Cornbread leaned into the fat thing again, which gets so
Mm-hmm.
old. And on top of that, her attitude is not getting any better. I think that all of the love that Cornbread had coming into this season has started really like evaporating from the audience because
Uh-huh.
I think everybody was like, "Oh man, she's so funny and sassy and everything," but now her attitude is starting to get to be like, she's kind of mean.
So I follow a Miss Mims follows several podcasts on Twitter. One of them is a RuPaul's Drag Race podcast. They ask the question, "Who do you think's going home next?"
Okay.
And I said, I don't remember who I said at this point. I think I said Orion because I just didn't think she was this. This was previous to this last.
Yeah, because this particularly, she showed out with that
She did.
look, that
She
J-Lo
did.
look.
She did. But they said Jasmine Kennedy, and I was like, I don't remember there being a black girl named Jasmine Kennedy on this episode. And when we were watching, my husband, Mr. Mims, was like, her name's Jasmine Kennedy? That is the most African American drag queen name. And then I saw it spelled out Kennndie. I'm like, Lord, what
She
whitewash
whitewashed it.
nonsense
She
is
whitewashed
this?
it. Yeah,
Yes.
she whitewashed it.
God.
That's not I
Uh-huh.
that's one person I just am not into.
No, no.
I just not, and it's every week I'm just kind of like it's I don't, I think for me personally, like it's when people are kind of boring and don't realize that they're boring, and so you have to kind of listen to them talk about
Yeah.
themselves all the time as if they're
Yeah.
not boring.
Like
That's
me.
how I feel about her.
Um,
Oh, shut up. You are not boring. Don't even start that mess.
I was talking to one of my friends online the other day, and they made a comment about me not having a personality, to which I said, no, I just have a bad one. It's still a personality.
That's still a personality.
It's
I mean,
still personality.
you and my brother, you two have made that work.
And thanks. I would like to say that
Am I wrong?
I don't have a bad personality. Just quote Weezer Bordeaux. I've just been in a bad mood for the past 40 years.
Wow, we can say that now.
We
can actually say that.
What was I going to say? There was something about Drag Race. Oh, I am upset that RuPaul got rid of probably the most attractive person, the most attractive boy there on this season. Well, who else you got?
Oh no, it's not that. It's just
I mean,
don't-
Maddie's the other one that I think's attractive. Really?
once again, um,
You don't like them simple Southern boys?
I don't really think any of them this season are attractive at all. I
Okay.
think probably for me the problem with with your choice just now is that I'm so accustomed to it now
Uh-huh.
because that's how everyone looks down here. So
Yeah. Yeah.
for me, like, no, like I literally looked at him and I was like, I wonder where he gets his eyebrows done because I'm picturing
Who's
like
his
which place.
threader? Right.
Right, yeah. I'm like, I wonder if he gets it done in Miami or if he gets it done in Orlando. You know, like that's all I kept thinking the whole time.
Is he an Orlando Queen?
No, but that's a lot of the Puerto Rican queens. Like this is like their circuit. Like they do like
Okay.
it's basically like
They just they
a
ride the
Miami,
train.
Orlando. Yeah, Miami, Orlando, Tampa. Miami, Orlando, Tampa.
Oh,
Like,
so
that's kinda
once
like
once
their
train
circuit.
gets done to Tampa, they're just going to go all the way.
Yeah.
God, look, girl, you can join them.
No.
You're just a Miami Queen.
I just had a terrible not a terrible run in, but I just went to get my car serviced, and as most of our listeners know, I am in the South Florida area, so there is a large Latin population. I myself am mixed race, but not any drop of Latin, and sometimes because there are some Latin races that look like me, people just speak Spanish to me. And so when I went to go pick up my keys, the young lady, very sweet at first, she just spoke in Spanish to me. I was so tired because I did it in the morning. I didn't understand at first that she was speaking in Spanish to me because I was just, you know how I am in the morning.
Yeah.
And so she said something to me. I was like, oh, the RAV4. And she looked at me kind of like stank face. And then the guy that was beside her like said it in English to her. And then you could tell like in Spanish they were both talking. And I was just like, at first I didn't mind it, but then when I went to go she went to go bring my car and handed me the keys, she was just like still stink face. I'm like, why are you upset with me? I don't understand. Like, you presumed for me. I didn't do anything. So yeah, every once in a while down here, it can be a thing.
No hablo español.
Yeah, I do that at karaoke a lot, and people hate it because my co-host Carlos, he is Spanish, like he's like Colombian. So I just always point to him. I'm like, him. They'll say a song to me. They'll say a song to me in Spanish, which is fine. Yeah. Usually if they say it slow enough, I'm fine. But as we know, like a lot of Latin people speak Spanish super fast. Yeah. So like I'm trying to understand. In fact,
their native language.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to understand it over the roar of the crowd. And I'm like, what? And they give up, which kind of actually helps out.
You should just have a little sticker that says no hablo español on it.
Oh, you're right. Or just, I should have like a
or hablo anglais.
Huh? Yeah, have a bag embroidered and just keep it beside me.
Oh my god.
No, I shouldn't do that. That'll get me stabbed.
Speaking of embroidered bags, dear listeners, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/baking sugar. That's the one we're doing right now, right? Because we just finished on Golden Pond. So now we're moving on. We just finished our new podcast, which is Where's Dorothy, which is the Golden Palace podcast. But feel free to throw us some bones there. We also have another podcast, You Slay Me, which is our Murder, She Wrote podcast. Feel free to follow us there. We have been chit-chatting now for about 15 minutes, Maim. Do you want to go ahead and get into this podcast?
Yeah, we need to.
Okay.
Talking too long.
Dear listeners, this is season 2, episode 13. Great Expectations.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Mm-hmm.
So we're at Sugarbaker's, and we find out that JD, who is back from the abyss.
Yay! I like him.
I do too. He and Maryjo are taking the kids to a hotel to stay the weekend.
Not a hotel.
Go to a hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. What?
I thought we were going to do the song.
Whatever you want, I got it. Whatever you need, I got it.
Yes. Oh, we were so gay in the 90s.
We were so gay I'm going to freak until the day. Till the dawn. Yeah. So we can all through the night until the early morning. When she is twerking in front of that fountain.
Yeah.
That is, that was one of the most influential.
It was.
It is. It's one of the most influential music videos of the 90s to me.
It left an impression on you.
It left an impression. I used to, every time it came on, I used to turn the sound down because I didn't want to bother anybody else in that house. I'd get right up on that TV and watch that shit and be like, I want to be one of them one day.
And you were.
Girl, I'm still waiting.
I don't know. I think you freaked enough people at this point that you're kind of in the same league.
How dare you, fine lady? How dare you speak the truth to these dear listeners? I ain't had my freaking pants on in about 10 years. Anyway, they're going to stay at a hotel. They're going to do the zoo. They're going to do the art museum.
Yep. All the things that kids love.
Yeah, like I would have loved as a kid, but
Me too, actually.
yeah.
But not these.
Oh, I
little
still love a zoo.
so-and-sos.
Oh, I still like once, twice a season. My husband and I will go to the North Carolina Zoo, which is one of the best zoos in the nation, dear listeners.
In the world, technically.
Yeah, yeah. It is a huge research zoo. You can't always see the animals, but it is great. Like it is huge, and they're putting it in Australia.
I miss that zoo, honestly. Yeah. Our zoo's it's not terrible, but it's not the same.
So it's Suzanne's like, it's a test. And she tells a story about Marvelyn McDowell, who was dating one of them brothers. I don't remember the brother's name, but they were real rich.
The Purnell brothers.
The Purnell brothers, who were real rich because their father was killed in a mysterious golfing accident. Well, they went down to Lake Pontchartrain together, and when they came back, Barbara was not wearing her engagement ring, if you know what I mean.
Wink, wink.
And Suzanne's like, it's a test to see if the kids get along with each other. And Charlene's like, what is a mysterious golfing accident? Oh, God.
I mean, I hate saying it because I hate sounding like Charlene, but I also had the exact same thought. I was like, wait, which part was mysterious? Like, what was it? Like, it's like Charlene said, like, was it the golf cart? Was it like...
Anthony's got a phone call.
Oh, who's calling in?
T. Tommy Reed.
Oh, no, not T. Tommy Reed.
Yeah, it's T. Tommy Reed.
Is that one of his ex-convict friends he was in prison with?
It's the meanest ex-convict.
Oh, Lord.
So Anthony's like, tell him I'm not here. Charlie's like, well, I already told him. So Anthony starts a racism. He does a West Indian accent with the smile on his face. Like, it is...
It's a lot.
You pan around, and the girls are even uncomfortable. Like, yeah, they're like, oh, this is... Suzanne's even like, this is even too racist for me, yo. Like...
She's like reading her contract as we speak. Like,
yes,
can I get out of this
Dixie
scene?
Carter's like, bring that contract over here.
Can I get out of the scene? Is it possible?
So... what does the girl's like? Well, what does he want? He either wants to kill him or dance with him.
Yes, and then I love it. Suzanne's like, "Oh, so he's gay?"
Yeah, and it's like, no. After he did the whole like manners thing, he also got a book on dancing, and like the only album he had was Aretha Franklin's "Respect." Just a little bit. Hey, baby, when you come home. Why you gone? I feel like, if I don't sing the actual, like, main lyrics, it'll be fine.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
And so Suzanne's like, why don't you just tell him to talk to Johnny Cash?
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God. So I have an old coworker. This is the same coworker who used to smack the computer and go, computer, go, hurry up, computer.
Yes.
She was like, did you know that Johnny Cash murdered somebody just to watch him die? And we're like, well, what? Well, that's in his song. He murdered somebody just to watch him die. We're like, and we just looked at her and was like, yes, we did in fact know that. We did in fact know that, dear. He didn't get any time because who knows why, but he didn't get much jail time for that.
Wow, she was special.
Yeah.
That was a special lady. Good
so
gracious.
Anthony is like, he cut off a man's head. That's why he went to jail. He
cut off a man's head.
How this man is out of jail.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Maybe somehow he got a manslaughter charge. Maybe he pled bargained for manslaughter. I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, how is this man out of jail? How is this man out of jail?
He is a large man, so I mean, maybe the head coming off was not planned, and so maybe that's why he didn't get like first degree murder.
This is Georgia. He would have been incinerated by now. Like he would incinerate.
I mean, he was white.
He was, yeah, and it depends on if the victim was white. That's an interesting thing. In America, it's not often the perpetrator when it comes to death sentences. It's not the perpetrator, it's the victim.
It's the victim.
So if the victim's black, he would probably gotten life. If the victim was white, he would have gotten put to death.
If it was murder and not manslaughter.
If it was murder, not manslaughter. But, this is a lot we're talking about. Maybe he didn't actually do any of it. Maybe that's just a rumor he had.
Maybe he's just like Anthony, and he actually did nothing.
That's sort of what I felt like, and like through this. I thought
that's so, but at the same time, at the very end of the episode, it kind of was implied that he really did do it.
Yeah. So later on, JD shows up. JD Shacklefoot, not to be confused with JB Fletcher.
Please don't do that again.
So he shows up with some child actors. All of the child actors.
You hate child actors so much. You hate child actors so much.
Well, these are particular. So I will say JD's oldest son is now better because he's in the same age as Claudia. Claudia was there. She's still okay. Like she has grown into a teenager, so she's not that bad of an actor. But then there's Quentin and the other two, Hannah and Bert. My God, I got them all.
You can't stand Bert.
God, he's so fucking obnoxious. So Charlene gives them all suckers, and they're like, well, Bert, what do you say? I don't like orange. Oh, good. Just smack him, Charlene. Just smack him real hard. Say you'll take it and you'll like it, bitch. Do that. Wait, no, that's probably a little bit wrong.
Yeah, he's literally like 4.
He's not 4. He's like 7.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. He can handle a little cussing at that age. Girl, I saw War of the Roses when it came out in theaters. How old was I?
That's because we're homosexuals.
Hey, Google. Damn, it still doesn't work whenever I do that. Hey, Google. What year did War of the Roses come out? Here, we're fine. We're fine now.
1989, according to
I was 9.
found on Wikipedia.
I was 9. The runtime was 116 minutes.
Wow, that's a lot for a 9-year-old.
I know. I love that movie so much. Oh, God, it was so good. I just love Kathleen Turner. I love her to death. Oh, God.
Honey, I know. We all had our 80s Kathleen Turner obsession.
We did.
Mine was Romancing the Stone.
Kathleen I Turner. Love that one, too. Serial Mom. That's another one that I watched, I think, when it came out in theaters.
But Serial Mom was a little bit later. I think we were like 12.
Okay. God, that one. This is not my good side, Suzanne Summers. I need to watch that one again.
We've been so long.
Later on, they all leave to go to the hotel and everything. Later on, Julia's like, Charlene and Suzanne are having a bad day. So Julia's like, I'll take y'all out to dinner. And so Anthony, who went out earlier to talk to his parole officer, went to find him, finally found him, and found out that T. Tommy got paroled, and he's been looking people up. But he hasn't shown up to any of these people's houses yet. T. Tommy just showed up.
Dang it.
And it's that guy.
Yeah. Oh, I love these 80s character actors because like just seeing them is like that weird little moment of nostalgia where you're
was he in Con Air? Is that what I'm thinking of?
He was in a lot of stuff back then.
Yeah,
he always played like the big guy, like in
the
so
big
many
guy.
Things.
And he's a pretty good actor too. Like I enjoy him. T. Tommy knew it was Anthony on the phone because he knew his West Indian accent from jail.
Which, I mean, Anthony, I didn't know Anthony had such a repertoire for accents. I wonder.
Yeah.
Apparently. I wonder how deep this is going to go.
I mean, probably 6 to 8 inches. Well, right. Like, that's what I took. A little bit later on, that's why I assumed, based on their discussion at dinner, that they maybe were a little bit more than friends in prison.
Will you stop? Just keep on going.
Sorry, I apologize. So, T. Tommy's trying to relocate to Atlanta. And Julia's like, well, this is all great and all, but we're trying to close. We'd like to leave. And T. Tommy's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you exquisite ladies of blah, 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 blah. and Anthony's like, oh, I see you've been reading that dictionary again. T. Tommy's like, I don't like it when people point that out.
I thought when he was doing that, I was getting total pimp vibes, right? Kind of like when every time there used to be pimps on TV, they'd always use those ridiculous vocabulary words. I was like, oh yeah.
Charlene is so smitten.
She's into him.
She's like, hey, Tom.
Yeah, she's into him.
Hi, how you, boo boo? How you?
I mean, plus he's tall too. You know, Charlene likes when men are taller than her.
Big and tall and big, big and tall, like a DXL store, big and tall.
DXL.
T. Tommy
Oh my God.
is trying to open a fine gifts boutique.
Mm-hmm.
With some china and some sheets and some crystal. He really likes crystal birds. He found out about them in like magazines in jail.
Yes.
But he never actually owned one. And Charlene's like, she's real smitten at this point. She's like, you should be the poster child for the American Library Association.
She's not wrong.
She's not wrong. So T. Tommy's like, come with me dinner. And I want you to be my partner. So now we're at the hotel. And the kids are all being little assholes.
Oh, man. I really... If I didn't have to watch this scene, I would have fast-forwarded by it.
The girl, like, they're like, let's go see a movie. JD's like, well, Benji... Or it's Maryjo's like, well, Benji's playing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is... not Romancing Stone. Oh, God. Princess Bride.
Yes.
He's playing that movie that I controversially yet brave opinion. It's okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Please don't write us. Don't write us about that.
Please don't write us. Dear listeners, I struggle with Billy Crystal. Dear listeners, I struggle with that movie. It's so. I've watched it like twice, and it's so slow. It's so slow.
So what I'm hearing from you is it's slow.
It's such a slow movie, right?
Got it.
I like Carrie Elwes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like Wallace Shawn a lot. I love Wallace Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
Andre the Giant is Andre the Giant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we're not reviewing Princess Bride. We're
not.
We're reviewing Designing Women.
Yes.
Yeah. So the kids are all being real butts. They're being assholes to each other. They are like the oldest son's like, I don't want to do any of this shit. All right,
I really didn't like JD's oldest son at all. He was just a jerk.
Hannah, the daughter's like brushed her hair like, I want to go see Dirty Dancing. And Maryjo's like, well, we're going to go see Benji. And the little girl's like, well, I knew we were going to go see wherever you want to go see. And then the Handings go to use the bathroom, and Claudia's in there. They can't use the boys' bathroom because that toilet is clogged. Yep. So Claudia's like, she's always just standing right here about Hannah. Then Hannah's being a real butt about Benji. Gets sent to her room. Then Quentin and Bert are fighting, and
it reminded me why I never wanted kids.
And Bert throws some ice into Quentin's eyes. And the thing is that JD's kids seem far worse adjusted than Maryjo's kids, right?
Well, remember, and this kind of goes, I mean, this is like a deep cut in remembering past episodes, but remember, we were told that essentially JD's kids are being constantly told by Janet about how awful this situation is. And like, so it makes a lot of sense, really.
And like, so, and the Bert calls Quentin Bird Do Head.
Yes. Quentin did not like that at all.
No, he did not. And as Bert's being sent to his room, he's like, Bird Do Head. And then Quentin like tries to get a fight while Maryjo holds him back. That's so bad.
Children are exhausting.
Children are
even watching children are exhausting.
This is not so. I know children. Like, I've hung out with children. Okay, that sounds weird. I have several friends that have kids. Okay, and I have been around them. One of my best friends has the girl is 7, the brother is 3 now. 4?
Yeah, he's like 3 now. Yeah,
3, and like maybe 4. My God, how old is he? I'm a bad friend. Regardless,
Gunkle, bad Gunkle.
They come to, like, we're drinking beer sometimes. They come drink beer with us. I mean, they are drinking the beer.
What? Wait, what?
But they're like with us while we're drinking beer.
Oh, okay. Oh,
no, they aren't drinking beer.
I mean, it is the South, so I mean,
that's like my favorite. One of my favorite little memes about quality time with baby. Do this, hold the baby, not this, and the woman's got the cup of coffee and she's laughing with the baby with the cup of coffee in front of it. Anyway, but like, they don't act like these kids,
right?
Like, I don't get it. But then again, they're Brady Bunching, and I kind of understand that.
They're Brady Bunching it, but I also feel like, I mean, I don't know this, but I also feel like it was almost like a little bit of a projection about this is what happens to broken homes.
Yeah,
these are what turned the kids into these monsters.
So we're at dinner.
Yes,
and T. Tommy and Anthony are together at dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
And T. Tommy is really trying, like he's really like reminiscing and trying to get Anthony to join him. And here's where I have written: did they have a thing? Because it feels to me that they really had a thing in prison. It did.
I feel like, well, it's okay. So I'm of 2 minds. Number one, I
That's
can
called
totally.
Bipolar.
Well, 2. Number one, I do think that.
Or maybe that's schizoid.
Oh my God, these folks really have to listen to like all of our podcasts to get some of these references. But I do think that maybe T. Tommy had a thing about Anthony, but I think that Anthony was just constantly living in fear. So I think that Anthony was definitely T. Tommy's quote unquote favorite.
Yeah.
For however you want to interpret that.
Yeah.
And that Anthony was probably just humoring everything because he didn't want to die.
So we find out that T. Tommy has a check for $50,000 in his pocket, and he wants Anthony to manage his boutique.
Yes, because that's what you need to start a boutique.
Yes. So Anthony is like, I need to go to the bathroom. He passes by Maryjo and JD, comes back.
Plot twist.
JD is having a breakdown. Like, he's like, there's at dinner, nobody's going to come over here. It's a horrible dinner. These children are monsters. Everybody hates each other, etc., etc., etc. And then Anthony walks back by, slips Maryjo a note, and all it says is, help. Oh, God.
And then it doesn't seem like they actually helped him. Because
no, they didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything.
So now we're back at Sugar Baker's, and Suzanne's like, and I think she's giving the most sensible thing. You should consider his offer. Like, if it's on the up and
sense
up,
to me.
You should really consider his offer. You're going to make more money doing that. It's going to be like, if this is a legit thing, if it's not stolen goods, if it's not this, you should really consider his offer.
Yeah, made sense to me.
Well, Maryjo showed up at work because everyone hates what they're doing, right?
Yes, all of his kids.
And she's like, well, what I missed, who was that guy? Was that Genghis Khan? And Charlene speaks in a really soft voice.
Yes.
And tells her the entire story and how Anthony only has 24 hours to decide. To which Maryjo goes, you would have made a great golf announcer.
Yeah, it's true. I don't understand. I never understand that about golf announcers anyways, that they do speak so softly. And I'm like, but you're not actually on the golf course. You're in the studio.
Yeah.
No, not always on the golf course. Some of them are in the studios nowadays.
Oh, okay.
Like in modern golf, I mean, I had to watch a lot of it from one of my exes. They're not like on the course.
Wait, what? Which ex was that? Was this ex in UNCG?
The first ex. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the worst ex.
God. And so Julia says sometimes the anticipation is worse than the event itself. To which I believe my husband at this moment muttered, like the Holocaust? Is that what you're saying? Was worse the anticipation that's worse than the actual event? To which Charlene takes that down a lot of notches and was like even getting your head cut off, Julia? I don't like. I agree that Julia's
her little analogy is like
yeah. Like I will say that when you have to give somebody a review at work, a not good review at work, as a manager that I've had to do that is sometimes usually the anticipation is worse than the event, right? Because you build your stuff up, you have to plan out what you're going to say, and a lot of times the person just ends up, ambivalent about it. That's the best. The worst is when they start crying at you for giving them you're giving them an okay review and they start crying because why didn't I do better? Why am I not the best that you have here?
So like Drag Race.
And you can't look at them and say, baby girl, because you ain't the best here.
Like RuPaul's Drag Race.
Start your engines.
Every episode, it seems like lately in the last few seasons, there's always these breakdown episodes about a person who's safe.
Well, T. Tommy's here.
Oh no, we don't have enough time.
He wants Anthony's answer.
Jeez, what's Anthony got to do?
Anthony just starts laughing because that's what he does when he's nervous. This is the first time we see this. Like when Anthony gets very nervous, he does the hysterical laughter. Dear listeners, this progresses through all of the
rest of the show.
All the rest of the show. So Julia says no for him. He's like, no, he won't. And T. Tommy's like, well, why? Well, he doesn't have to tell you. And then Anthony's like, no, I'll explain it. So Anthony's basically like, I've got room for growth here. I love these people. They took a shot on me, or took a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free.
We're gonna get sued. Okay.
Take a chance on me. So T. Tommy is just very touched at this. Charlene is crying, going, "That's so sweet." Anthony's showing T. Tommy out, and he's like, "So what did you do what did the dude do that you killed him for?" He turned me down twice.
So that means we're gonna have a future episode.
Yeah. So at the hotel, Maryjo's having coming to Jesus with everybody. She's like, I think we did this all wrong because somebody said, because of what Julia said, made her think that the anticipation of something wonderful is sometimes better than the event. This one I can actually get behind because that's sometimes true, right?
Yes.
So Maryjo is like, no more expectations. Y'all be y'all. Y'all get to know each other, which is what they should have done to begin with, right? Like how these kids have not just stayed at each other's houses. Or
I was going to say, isn't it surprising to you that this is the first time that they've even they've
really met?
Even over like the course of the actual show,
right?
They've been dating for a while now,
right, exactly. And she's like, well, why don't y'all leave for a while? JD's like, how about like an hour, freeing up some time for the sexy
time in the hotel room.
So JD gives them money for some video games, and they leave. JD gets over there to Maryjo, and they start getting cute, and the kids bust back in because they didn't lock the lock correctly.
Nope.
And then they're like, I knew you were gonna do kissy time.
You hate children.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
We're hearing that twice in a day.
Yeah.
God.
Well, Miss Mims, that's me.
That's
Auntie
you.
Maim, did you find yourself a Miss Georgia world?
I did actually. This one might be a little surprising. So
Okay.
I really like the outfit that Maryjo was wearing at the end
Okay.
with that interesting graphic belt
That's
around.
fair.
I thought that was, yeah, I really liked that outfit. I thought everybody else's outfits this week were kind of like meh, like they weren't very, nobody was like
Yeah.
over the top like they usually are.
I'm going to give it to T. Tommy in the suit
Oh, girl,
because he
controversial.
looked dappy.
Tommy actually. I
He
mean,
looked dapper.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If you reincarnated T. Tommy into the modern era,
Yeah.
I would. You know me and my taste about tall guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I would be like,
you
oh,
like
hey.
him big and strong and
Hey.
thick and like.
They don't have to be big and strong, but I do like taller. I mean, I like, I'm
I know,
short, so I just like taller
You
guys.
would climb him.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
I also really liked my second pick was if it's for one of the girls, I would have picked Julia with the like orange red top and the like.
Oh yeah, that
skirt.
was cute.
Yeah, that was cute. But I agree with you. I agree with you. The ladies this time really didn't have that much
There wasn't
going
a lot
on.
of like. I mean, I guess maybe this. I mean, this is like one of their like day-to-day episodes, right?
Right.
No special occasions, no stuff like that.
Right.
Normally, when
right.
that happens, they show out.
They do. Well, Maim, did you like this episode?
I liked the Anthony T. Tommy part. I just JD's kids, they rub me such a wrong way, and Claudia, as always, I just really wish I just want somebody to cast her or make her characters not so irritating, and it always spoils my episode. Like when she was nice on the Christmas episode, I was like, oh, how great! Like this changes the entire tone of the episode.
It's true.
And
it's true.
I guess that that she kind of commands that though, right? Like the fact that she can be in a bad mood and it can make the whole episode just kind of like, ugh.
Yup.
So I'm like a 50-50 this one.
I agree. The T. Tommy stuff was pretty good. Maryjo, like they actually gave Annie Potts some really good acting potential this time.
Yep.
But yeah, it was an okay episode. It wasn't. I don't think it was a bad episode. Like having watched it back in the day, I would have been like, oh, that was pretty good.
I thought to myself though that
Don't hurt yourself doing that.
I know. That's why I have migraines. This would have been a wonderful little vehicle to spin off into a show with those kids and those two. It would have been very like, it would have been before Step by Step happened. If the kids had been less annoying, they could have actually possibly thought of it like that,
I don't know. Those kids in Step by Step are pretty annoying.
No, but oh man, you're right. Especially the one with the glasses. That was like the nerd.
Yeah,
I'm a nerd. I got on glasses.
Yeah.
And it's the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm going to meet Urkel one day.
Didn't the Corey end up like
Going to prison.
Yeah.
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 He did some like spouse abuse.
Oh, great. That is
Yeah.
ugh.
I remember that he was the successor to Jean-Claude Van Damme in the Kickboxer series.
Was he really?
He's actually like a champion kickboxer.
Oh.
And or he was back then. And so yeah, I didn't know about that because they were like straight to video back then.
Mhm.
And then like one day it was on like Cinemax and I was like, Kickboxer 4, what? And then I turned it and I was like, wait, that's Cody. I don't understand what's happening right now. And it was before the internet was too robust, so I couldn't do a lot of research.
Was he ripped and like
He was
shredded?
like, he was in good shape, but like he wasn't
Okay.
like Van Damme. He was like that kind of like swimmers build good shape when they
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that. He's so much similar.
What were you like? Did Jean-Claude Van Damme used to do it for you?
I think so in the 90s.
Okay.
Like I remember because remember me and Sexual Awakening were awkward anyway. I remember thinking Jean-Claude Van Damme was a super handsome guy. Like I thought like this guy's really handsome, but it was never like, oh man, Jean-Claude Van Damme, let me go and get some lotion. Right? It wasn't like that. I just always
Gotcha. No,
TMI for our audience just now.
I mean, for me, that didn't really happen till Ron Felipe. Oh God, that man, he did it for me. Oh, Jesus, we were talking
But
about
once again, though, you two are around the same age. Think about what I just said, right?
Yeah, I know.
Something's wrong with me.
We were talking about my husband and I were talking about like movies we'd seen more than once, and I was like, I saw Cruel Intentions like 3 times.
I've still never seen that movie.
What? It's not the best.
I've never seen it.
It's got it's pretty good. Like Ryan Felipe's so hot. He's just so beautiful.
He's still
with
a
those
very beautiful
pouty
man.
lips and yeah, he is.
Like on MacGruber, he's actually like, gosh, he's still very good looking.
He is. His face has gotten a little pulled recently, but
I mean, everybody's got to get a little bit of a tug if you're in Hollywood, right? It's
but like the tattoos work for him.
Oh yeah, no, they did too.
The one thing I don't like is how he treated Reese. I mean, they had a very messy breakup. So
They did. I mean,
they did. I also like Joshua Jackson, who was also in Cruel Intentions.
Joshua Jackson.
He was in Dawson's Creek. He was the one.
Oh,
that was
Pacey.
Pacey, yeah.
Oh my God, he and his wife are so cute together. Oh, yeah. Like it's this. Do you know he's married? Oh, I'm trying to remember what she was in. She's like this black British actress. They are adorable together, and
she's not the Good Fight, is she? Like, is she an American? Okay.
No, she's British. I'm trying to remember what she was.
Yeah, the woman in the Good Fight's British.
She was in something recently. She's like a movie actress. She doesn't do TV stuff a lot, I don't think.
Her name is Jodie Turner-Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
God, Joshua Jackson
he's aged so well.
He has aged so well.
Like
God.
He really has.
He really has. She's getting ready to play Anne Boleyn.
Whoa, that's cool.
God, he's hot. Like, like whatever show he's in. What show is he in where he's like the person the woman was cheating on?
Oh,
like
the affair.
The affair, and like a lot of women were like, I really like the rich, strong, clean cut guy. I'm like, no, give me the reformed drug dealer Joshua Jackson, who's now like a carpenter. Yeah.
Like, give me the one that works with wood. Yeah.
Well, Maim, I think that we've done enough jokes for the evening. Why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Hi, dear listeners.
Hi.
Let's see.
Heidi ho!
Heidi ho, everybody. Let's see. If you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can find me at auntie.maim. That's MAIM. If you're on Twitter, you can find me at Maim Ministry. If you're wanting to meet me in real life and you just happen to be vacationing in South Florida, I perform improv at the Villain Theater in Miami, and I host a weekly karaoke show in Miami Beach called Amazing Colossal Karaoke at Kill Your Idol every Thursday night at 10 p.m. So, if you're ever actually vacationing here, which there are a lot of people that come from out of town to my show, stop on by and we'll talk and chit chat in between the screaming people doing Don't Stop Believing. How about you, Mims?
So before I keep talking, don't you wish that they would bring back Hollywood Squares and we could be in a square?
You remember that used to be one of our dreams? Remember that? We were like, one day we're going to be famous enough that we're actually in one of the squares.
They canceled it. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, just
man.
a square that's in Mims and Maim.
Oh. Maybe we could get on Match Game at least.
I'm surprised that hasn't been canceled since he's... Anyway. So...
well, that's true. It hasn't been back yet, so
maybe... He probably killed her. Yeah. He's got anger issues. Anyway, that said, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me at Divine Miss Mims on Twitter. You can find this podcast at Baking Sugar Pot on Twitter. We have a Patreon.
A Patreon.
Patreon.com/Baking Sugar. We also have our PayPal link in the description.
If you want to help us get rid of
below,
ads,
sideways.
give us some money.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as we reach a certain amount, we'll figure it out later. We we will get rid of these ads, dear listeners. Yeah, do you have anything else to add, Maim?
Oh yeah. So tell all of your friends, all of your neighbors, all of your coworkers, we have a new podcast.
Oh, we do have a new podcast. It's we plugged at the very beginning, but we'll plug it again right now. It's called Golden Palace. It's called Golden Palace. No, it's not. It's called Where's Dorothy? It's about Golden Palace. Don't you remember? It's about On Golden Pond. We're doing an On Golden Pond
Yeah, I remember.
podcast. We're just going to watch On Golden Pond every week.
Over and over again.
For the next 24 weeks.
That actually might be a great podcast.
No.
Technically.
No, we're not. We will not. Your eyes just got crazy.
Maybe for like a month? Maybe a month?
No. We could do it like those
people.
people.
Like on golden pee break or something like that. Like on golden showers.
On
golden showers, we could call it.
We could do like the one where they watch that movie once a year and do that. I'm not going to watch On Golden Pond more than... I'm not going to watch On Golden Pond. Anyway, Maim, I've had enough of you and your suggestions. Say goodnight, Maim.
Good night, Maim.
Bye, y'all.